Hey ELCI, how are you guys doing? Hey, it's time for another activity. Have you ever been to the store and seen all of the plants that they have for sale this time of year? It's tomatoes and other crops and all kinds of plants that you can buy to grow at your house. Smile and say hi, kid.
Hi.
So where do those plants come from? How do they get there? And who are the people that grow those plants and bring us those plants so we can plant beautiful gardens? Today, you're gonna find out the answer. So I wanna introduce you to a couple of friends of mine who grow plants all the time. So these are my friends, Jack and Phyllis, and they grow plants. Look at the beautiful flowers. Oh, wow. Those are beauties, aren't they? You remember the snapdragons a while back? So Jack and Phyllis, how long have you been growing plants?
40 years.
40 years. Well, you have some experience at it, huh? And what kind of plants do you grow?
Basically anything that we find seeds or starts for. We start the season with strawberries and we move into tomatoes and all the little veggies, all the squashes and the peas and beans and pumpkins and cucumbers and tomatillos, and if we can get seeds for it, we grow it. Plus we do probably about 75 types of herbs.
What do you have right here?
Those are tomatoes.
Tomatoes. Ooh, here's some young tomatoes. Now, the soil that you use to grow the plants, what kind of, is there something special about that?
It's a combination of horse manure, chicken manure, and steer manure.
Horse manure, chicken manure, and steer manure all mixed together.
It's been composted.
Composted. Excellent.
And it gets worked up a little bit so it has really good drainage, because plants really need good drainage, otherwise they'll rot.
Excellent. Excellent. So how many plants have you sold this year?
It's over 1,000.
Wow, 1,000 plants.
We're looking close to 4,000 tomatoes right now that we've sold.
Wow.
This is working on 5.
4,000 tomato plants. That's a lot of tomatoes.
Peppers are seed started,
Seed started peppers. Okay.
and we probably started at the end of January.
End of January. That's really early. And how many kinds of peppers do you grow?
About 24.
24 different kinds of peppers.
Anything from the sweet California wonders that are ripe when they're red to the really hot habaneros.
Habanero. Sweet habanero peppers. They're super spicy. Do you like spicy food?
These are all succulents that are called hens and chicks. And then you have your aloe vera plants over there.
Oh, so these are succulents, kind of like a cactus?
Yeah,
Hens
they
and
only
chicks.
get watered very little, about once a week.
Once a week for water. Wow. And this is aloe vera. It's very good for the skin, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Burns and for the skin also.
Nice.
And each one of these little guys starts out as one of these. And we started out as one of these last year, and you can see how they multiply.
Oh, wow. So you can just take one of these little guys and put it in a pot and it turns into...
You don't even have to root it. It'll root itself. You just stick it on top of the dirt.
Stick it on top of the dirt and it grows.
Yep.
That sounds like the kind of farming for me. These are Phyllis's special strawberries. Maybe I'll try to take one. Oh, ouch!
These are dahlias, all different varieties of dahlias that'll start blooming probably about the end of July. And then all the herbs are over here. What's left of what we haven't sold yet.
So what kind of, let's see, rosemary. Oh, let me see what it smells like. Oh, that's nice.
We got lemongrass, parsley.
Lemongrass, parsley.
We got about 5 or
lavender.
6 types of lavender.
Nice.
Lemon balm is good to ward off mosquitoes.
Here, smell it, Kit. What does it smell like?
It kind of smells like the mosquito detergent sometimes, like when it's on the bracelets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's very lemony. Keeps mosquitoes away. That's great. These are crocosnea. They're going to turn into giant flowers. Look at this giant table all full of chrysanthemum plants. Only one, this little guy right here, he's the early bird, just starting to bloom. Can you imagine what this table's gonna look like when they're all blooming? There are so many different kinds of mint. There's lemon flavored mint, orange flavored mint, strawberry flavored mint. They all smell different and have a different flavor. There's even a chocolate flavored mint. Can you believe a chocolate flavor? I didn't know chocolate grew on trees, but I told you guys that before, didn't I? Wow, look at the sweet basil. All ready to go to the store. So, Phyllis, do a lot of these plants end up at a store where somebody can buy them and plant them in a garden?
Yes, definitely. The majority of them are, we either take them to a store where they'll turn around and sell to customers, or we take them to farm markets where we're a little bit more one-on-one with our customers.
So what kind of questions do people ask you when they're trying to choose a plant, and what do they need to know when you're telling them how to grow a plant?
They need to grow something that they want to eat or smell, something that kind of touches something in their heart or their soul, something you remember from being a kid. We talked about lemon balm before.
Yeah.
This is called citronella. It's a member of the geranium family. They get oils from this, and with the citronella that they always talk about for mosquitoes and everything.
Oh, it smells nice.
This is the base. They will grow this and actually make a citronella oil out of this.
Wow.
And you have, these are two types of thyme here, and this is a hot box. Once the seeds are planted, they get planted in trays like this.
Okay.
And
so this is extra warm so that they
it's a
sprout
heated box.
quickly. Okay.
Then they'll start looking like this.
All right, great.
And then when they start pushing the cover up, then we have to go to a dome cover.
So from here, just put in the soil, then they poke their little heads up, and then when they get taller, you put a higher cover on. Okay.
Right. And when they look like they're strong enough to be moved, they'll be moved to the grow cloth.
So after they've sprouted and they get strong enough, then they come here to the grow cloth.
To get big enough to be able to get ready to go to market. There's, you have different types of cucumbers, and you have beans and squash and these. See the huge leaf on this?
Ooh, Big Mac. That's a giant pumpkin.
Big Mac's pumpkins. And there's
pickle cucumbers, snapdragon flowers, watermelons. Everything is so delicious. Sounds so delicious, Phyllis. I'm starting to get hungry. Here's a lettuce. Here's a different kind of lettuce. And there's 3 different kinds of lettuce and 2 different kinds of this is a mint that smells like strawberries. And whoa, here we go. Corn. Wow, that's gonna make a lot of corn. So what are the kind of questions people ask, and what should we know if we're gonna plant our plants and make them grow well?
Tomatoes need to be planted deep. And if you look really close to see all the fuzzies on that stem,
yes.
As soon as those go underground, they become roots.
Roots.
So if you were going to go plant this in the ground, you want to plant about that deep, and everything from here down becomes roots to support the tomato, because this tomato is a cherry tomato, and it's going to get big and gangly. And the more roots it has, the stronger the plant will be. It'll give you more tomatoes, and then it's up to you to wait till they're ready to pick them.
Cherry tomatoes are delicious.
Uh-huh.
I like living in the greenhouse. It's really nice in here. And people give me food and water, and it's wonderful.
And if we don't keep the plants under nets, the birds will go, oh, thank you very much. And they'll dig up the plants, eat the little plants, eat the seeds. They destroyed an entire tray like this of corn. I didn't have it covered, and also were a couple of really fat birds, happy as all get out.
So, but do the birds help in some ways?
Oh, they come in and they eat all the bugs. We don't use any sprays. We don't use any insecticides, herbicides, or anything here.
So the birds take care of the bugs, but you just have to keep the plants away from the birds.
Exactly. Yeah, we have a lot of plants in here, and they're welcome to pretty much anything except what I need to sell to customers.
Well, that's the natural way of taking care of bugs.
Right. I know a lot of people say, well, we can use this insecticide, or we can get rid of the weeds with this herbicide. I would rather have some weeds and happy birds than worry about chemicals.
There you go. There you go. Well, Phyllis, thank you so much for teaching us about plants.
Anytime. Anytime.